Hi, welcome to Pawan's Tuition Point. This is a very easy techniques maths oriented session for you. So in this session, I am going to explain how to crack the 10th class mathematics chapters in easy way. And one more thing, how to get more marks with the less preparation. So why? Because until now you prepared so many ways and so many times. So but in front of the examination we are preparing very less, but we need to get good marks now. So that's why I am creating a video for you. So by seeing this video you can get a very good preparation within the less time and you will get a very good more marks. So now I am going to take a chapter trigonometry. So you are very well known about this chapter. So I am very important in this chapter. Okay, why? Because so in the entire chapter we have in the syllabus. Okay, and one more thing, the continuation of the trigonometry we have in the intermediate. So in the intermediate we have continuation. So one more and more problems we will do, and difficult problems we will do in the trigonometry. So that's why we need to practice the basic things in the trigonometry. Okay, so what are the basic things in the trigonometry? So those are the trigonometric ratios. So what are those? Trigonometric ratios. We are calling that one as a T ratios. Okay, so what are the T ratios? As you know very well, whatever you guess, that is right. So the T ratios are sine, cos, tan, and is cosecant, secant, cot. So these are all the trigonometric ratios. All these are called as a trigonometric ratios. First of all, we need to learn about these trigonometric ratios. What is what? Okay. So these trigonometric ratios are, the first one, sine is nothing but a sine of an angle. So from this part we can get a question. So for 1 mark questions you will get that one. That is sine A can write as a sine into A. So we have this question in the try this also. Okay. So what would be the answer for this question? Is it right? No, it is not right answer. Why? Because sine or otherwise any other trigonometric ratios we are taking for an angle. So those are not multiplications. So that's why sine A is nothing but a sine ratio of an angle A. Sine ratio of an angle A. So angle A means in which S. So all these we are creating in a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle. So I think you know right angle triangle, so many ways you can draw. So I am drawing one way of the right angle triangle here. So the right angle will be here. Okay. So I am taking the vertices are A, B, C. So you can take your wish X, Y, Z, or otherwise your name also you can consider. Okay. So here at B we have a right angle. So for the C and A we can derive the trigonometric ratios. So before going to derive the trigonometric ratios, you need to know about the opposite side and adjacent side. So what are those? Opposite side and adjacent side. So what are opposite side and what are adjacent sides? So opposite side is nothing but a, for which angle we are going to calculate for the ratios. So according to the ratio we have so many formulas. So for those formulas we need to know opposite side for that particular angle and adjacent side for that particular angle. So means for angle C what are the opposite side, and for angle C what is the adjacent side. Okay, if you know the how to identify the opposite side and adjacent side, you can write the trigonometric ratio very easily. So first I will explain to you. So for the next diagram, can you write along with me? Yes, I am going to explain what are the opposite side and what are the adjacent sides for you. Okay, so now, so see, for this opposite side, for the angle C, the opposite side is AB. Okay, opposite side, and this is the adjacent side. Okay, sir, you told that for the starting of the video. So very simple ways we will tell, and with the less preparation you can do that one. But as usually all the teachers are explained to us the as usual manner. So what is the specialty in that? Very easily I will tell to you. So for the angle C you have to write opposite side, na? Opposite side. So whenever you are writing the opposite side, except the angle C, what are the remaining vertices? AB. So that's why opposite side is AB. That's it. And so for the angle C, adjacent side. Adjacent side. Adjacent side. So where we have a right angle? At B, na? So simply B. So what, for which angle you are writing? C. So that's why BC. That's it. So see how simply we are writing the opposite sides and adjacent sides here. So opposite side means, so except C. Except C. So AB is the opposite side. And adjacent side. So what is the right angle in this triangle? B. So that's why BC is the adjacent side. Like this, very simply you can write for any triangle and in which way they are given to you. So I am going to draw a right angle triangle for you. So obviously the people, the students will confuse if the triangle is given to you like this. Okay, so P, Q, R. So for this triangle, I am going to write for angle R, you have to write the opposite side, adjacent side. Now tell me, I think so you are ready to tell. So while I am going to write the answers, please verify by yourself, is it right answers or not? Okay, so opposite side is except angle R. Okay, so except R. So what is the side, what remaining, what is the side? PQ. So that's why PQ is the opposite side. And adjacent side, so where we have a right angle? At P. So that's why PR. So see, before I am writing the answers on the board, you are eagerly writing, you are writing the answers and eagerly waiting for the answers. Yes? So I think, hope all of you are written correct answers. Okay. So now you have a good knowledge about the identifying the opposite sides and adjacent sides. So now without seeing the, without drawing the diagram also you can draw, I think so. Yes. So why? Because I am telling in this method means in the examinations they won't give the diagrams to you. Yes or no? In the exercises problems also, they are not giving the diagrams. Then how to identify and how to do? So this is a very easy and best method to identify and to tell. Okay, fine. Now come to the trigonometric ratios. By using the opposite sides and adjacent side, how we are deriving the this trigonometric ratios and how we are writing that one. Okay, clear? So now I am going to write the trigonometric ratios of any angle. Trigonometric ratios of any angle. So the sine ratio is at the opposite side by hypotenuse, and same way cos adjacent side by hypotenuse. The tan is opposite side by adjacent side. So cosecant is, observe here, cosecant is hypotenuse by opposite side. Okay, opposite side. The secant is hypotenuse by secant adjacent side. So the cot is our adjacent side by opposite side. So these are the trigonometric ratios of all the trigonometric ratios. What are the formulae? So here we heard the one more word, hypotenuse. We heard one more word, hypotenuse. So what is hypotenuse? So that is nothing but a always which is opposite to the right angle triangle, which is opposite to the right angle triangle, that we are calling as a hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. For whatever the angle is A or angle is B, angle is C, so the hypotenuse is same. Okay. So, and along with this, we need to remember one more formula, that is Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. So what is Pythagoras theorem? I think you know that is in every right angle triangle, hypotenuse square is equals to side square plus side 2 square. Okay, so by using this formula and by using these trigonometric ratios, we are going to solve the entire first exercise. I think these are the synopsis for to solve the entire first exercise. In the next session, the important problems and typical problems we will discuss from the exercise 1. So this is the basic information for the exercise 1. I hope you enjoyed by seeing this video. If you like this one, so please subscribe and share that one. Thank you.